Right, so obviously you saw from this title what it's about, but I'm just gonna say, so it helps me, this is not an intro. I repeat, this is not an intro. Anyway, so obviously, I am going to be showing you my Premier League current 11 versus my father's Premier League current 11. I will put a thumbs up and a thumbs down, and you can like the thumbs up or the thumbs down. Thumbs up for me, thumbs down for my father. Who do you think is going to have the best team, the best 11? And right, so here's mine. So in goal, I've got David Raya. He's Arsenal's goalkeeper, makes sense. You know, most clean sheets. I was tempted to go for Sells, but I figured they both got a good defence. And, I don't know, Raya's younger, so I feel like this season, just so you know, this isn't their entire careers. This is just coming into this season who I think will be best. And at the end of the season, we'll review it, who is better. We'll probably also do an FPL thing where it's like who got more points and whatever. So I've chosen David Raya in goal because I think he's younger than Sells, obviously. So he's gonna get, he's gonna be better next season. I just feel like Sells is a bit past it, maybe. I don't know. In central defence, I have got Van Dijk and Gabriel Magalhaes. Van Dijk is a beast, so there's no reason not to choose him. Gabriel Magalhaes, I could have gone for Saliba or Guehi, but I think he's the most defensively solid whilst also being good for corners. Van Dijk is good for corners too, so I've got a bit of a defensively solid, but also fairly offensive too. As my fullbacks, I've got Ola Aina and Josko Gvardiol. Again, they're two very attacking fullbacks, but they're also both very defensively solid, so I thought, pretty good, solid picks. At defensive midfield, I've got Rodri and Declan Rice. Now, Rodri, obviously, Ballon d'Or winner, you can't say no to Rodri. And Declan Rice, I feel like he was completely solid for Arsenal this season. Some are even saying his £100 million price tag was a bargain. Not sure if I agree, maybe. Who knows? He's a first team England player, and we have got a fair few midfielders, so, it's pretty good pick. Then I've got Plamer, also known as Palmer, in attacking midfield. I feel like he's the most solid option for attacking midfield. I don't think there is a better option there. You might argue Gibbs-White is more consistent, or you could get Wirtz there, but it's a bit of a 50-50, I feel, with Wirtz. I think Palmer is the more solid choice, especially now he's got more attacking talent in front of him to deliver to. Then we've got Joao Pedro in the left wing. I couldn't find a better left winger. I know he's just generally a striker, but it's not too out of position. He often plays on the wing or attacking midfield. And then we've got Saka on the right wing. I feel like, Salah is good. He had a brilliant season. I'm not minimalising that, but he is 33 now. He's not getting any better, and I feel once you've had an astonishing season when comparatively, but you've been pretty mediocre. Comparatively, obviously. You tend to just, like, not play too well after that. Whereas Saka, you know, he's back, he's got a point to prove, he's got some attacking talent alongside him, so he should be able to deliver to more players. I think he might even break Salah's record for assists in a season. So it's a pretty solid choice. He's also the most consistent player in the league, in my opinion. Then you've got Erling Haaland up front. He had an appalling season by his standards last season, but Erling Haaland is Erling Haaland. He's the same guy who broke the goal scoring record in his first season, so, you know, if you're still doubting Erling Haaland, then I feel like there might be something wrong with you. That's of course a joke. But yeah, I feel like when an appalling season is 20 goals, I feel like you're definitely class, especially as he's going to be one of the more motivated players to get back to his best, I feel. And then my father's team, he's got Alisson Becker in goal. I think Alisson Becker's too injury prone and definitely probably past his best a bit. I am a Liverpool fan. I do like Alisson Becker, but I feel like our defence is a little more leaky than it used to be. Obviously, our other defenders are getting on a bit, but Alisson really isn't helping. He's not getting any younger, so, you know, still a pretty solid choice. As his centre-backs, he's got Saliba, also known as Saliba, and Virgil van Dijk. Again, Virgil van Dijk, probably the most solid choice. Saliba, I don't know about Saliba, I'm not an Arsenal fan, but from what I've heard, Gabriel is a better option. From what I've heard from Arsenal fans, I don't represent them obviously, but I don't know. I feel like he's more attacking anyway, so that suits me. Then he's got Reece James at right back. Like, okay, no. Then, and Kirkes at left back. I don't think Kirkes is that defensively solid. Like, and he's certainly not as offensively solid as you might want him to be. If you had him in your team. Same with Reece James. I don't know about this team. And then you've got in defensive midfield, you've got McAllister, who has been incredibly solid for Liverpool. He's really, really helped. When he is playing, Liverpool feel more dominant, whereas when he isn't playing, it feels like we're a bit more shaky, especially in midfield. He's kind of a dominant presence. And then you've got Rodri, obviously Ballon d'Or winner, you can't exclude him. In attacking midfield, he's got Wirtz. Obviously, both support Liverpool, but I don't think Wirtz is a good signing. I think he's overpriced. Wirtz is... Anyway, he's supposedly very creative, supposedly gonna boost our attack, and gonna supposedly play in any forward position, in a 4-2-3-1 or other positions, I guess. On the wings, he's got Palmer and Saka. I mean, you might want to switch verts with Palmer if you want. I wouldn't. I don't really know. I've heard Palmer's quite good on the wing. I don't know left or right. And then you've got Saka, obviously, one of the most consistent players. Palmer, again, I feel like he's not consistent, but that was because he was carrying Chelsea, so he might be consistent this time around. And finally, he's got Salah up front in the central striker position. Not Haaland, surprisingly. I feel like Salah could actually play well in the central striker position. I feel like, you know, he's getting on a bit. He might be losing his pace soon. I feel like Salah could be a more traditional, skill-based striker. He's a pretty good finisher, and I feel like if we want Salah to keep playing for Liverpool for as long as possible, he's got to go up front, because the wing is not good for longevity, as Cristiano Ronaldo has demonstrated. He switched to a striker position, and he's still scoring consistent goals. I'm not sure if he's quite world class anymore. Certainly not about Ballon d'Or worthy, but he's still competing. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed this video. I want to see your predictions, and see ya never, I guess. Or yeah, I don't really see you, so, and you don't see me, so you just hear me anyway. It's just a phrase, so I guess I'll see ya.